Hey guys, today we're talking about the M65 trigger finger mitten shells and the liners. So I got these mittens from a military surplus store called, I think, Biff's Military Surplus out of, like, I think, Waterford, Michigan. I think they're closed now, but I'm not sure. But I got these for, I think, $15 or $10 like that. They're just kind of in the bin. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I kind of got them. So overall, guys, these mittens are very nice. They keep your hands nice, warm, and toasty during the winter months in the UP of Michigan especially. And overall, they're pretty practical mittens. So now the basic overview out of the way, let's talk about them a little bit more in depth. So these mitten shells are pretty heavy duty materials. They are made by, of course, military contractors or whatever. But kind of have this M65-esque sateen, cotton sateen material on the outside. It's kind of like canvas. Definitely repels dry snow pretty well, and even wet snow, and even possibly even rain. So opening up this M65, you have a little number here. It's a little lot number or whatever. But here's a tag here. It says Mitten Shell Trigger Finger. This is DLA 1983, and it's made by Illinois Glove Company, and it's in size large. So this is meant to have the liner. This is a 75% wool, 25% nylon wool glove liner. It's supposed to have the liner on your hand and put it into the mitten shell. I got this with the liners, and the liners were inside the mitten shell, and they were size medium. So I don't know if the person before this was issued size medium and just had large gloves, or you're supposed to wear a smaller glove with this glove, or you're supposed to wear large with large. I'm not sure, but that's kind of how it is. So you have the little tag here. There's also another tag in one of these gloves if I can find it. So in the other glove has this big sheet to tell you what to do with it. So this is mitten shells, cold weather, trigger finger M65, wear instructions. It says wear over mitten inserts, trigger finger OG208, as we have here, OG28, which is like olive green maybe. Mittens are warmer than gloves. Oh wow, thanks for telling me. Keep forefinger and trigger finger only when actually needed, so you can just keep your fingers all together as mittens. Put a thumb in, would rest the hand if cold. Keep your fingers together to keep them warm. To keep hands warm, mittens must be clean. Dirt, especially grease, makes them cold. So if you're like a mechanic, get grease in your gloves, you're pretty fucked, especially during really cold environments. Dry, take out wool inserts before hands begin to sweat. Do not, that might be hard to do. Wear shells without inserts in moderately cold weather. Do not dry them near extreme heat or open flame. Dry them carefully every night. Keep mittens attached to suspension cord to prevent loss. So on the suspension cord, it's pretty simple, rudimentary. It's just this piece of cord, and I duct tape it so it doesn't fall off, but it's knotted and it's draped over your neck. And when you're doing like a lot of work, like personally for me, it's long enough where it doesn't really bother me to use it with my arms and stuff. Like about like a medium short arm. Maybe if you're a taller person, it might be a bit pain in the ass. You can mod this in this big little cord around your wrist. So you don't have to worry about this big cord like really messing if you're messing with your mobility. But just drape it over your neck and they're good to go. Keep your hands all nice and toasty so you don't lose your mittens. But the mitten construction, again, is like cotton sateen fabric or whatever. You have this metal adjuster, very, very nice, pretty sick. And you have this nice cowhide palm, very, very soft and water resistant, kind of waxy almost. Very, very nice. And you have this finger here. This is a non-insulated finger, if I remember correctly. All right, guys, so this is the mitten finger shell, like turned outside. So you have this woobie-esque like material here, probably exactly what it is, like a woobie. So the finger, like your pointer finger or whatever, is not insulated, but the glove does have insulation in your thumb, so that's nice. So, yep, that's basically the basic overview about this. You have that nice woobie material, very, very nice. You can really see the exact same woobie material, it's kind of cool. And yeah, that's basically it. Not made by the Winston-Salem, like different Deaf and the Blind, made by Illinois Glove Company, but same kind of woobie material. So overall, very nice gloves. Now I'm gonna get them on the M65 jacket and show you guys what they look like. Alrighty, guys, so I have my gloves draped over me on the side down here. You guys did, got the gloves down there, so I'm gonna put on the mitten liners here first. And these are not stretchy, they're just basic wool liners, very, very crude, but of course very, very warm. 75% wool, 25% nylon. Very, very nice. Now, of course, wool keeps its properties, warm properties when wet, so that's very, very nice, especially during like cold climate, especially I can imagine in like combat, you could say. Oop, I turned this inside out. I accidentally turned it inside out, and when I turned it out, I made the adjuster go under the glove instead of over where it's supposed to be. All right, that's all nice and dandy. So yeah, so these are just mittens. Pop my hand in there, and you can adjust it down. I have a pretty big hand, so not really a pretty big hand, but like this large size fits me pretty good. You adjust it down, which is very, very nice. So like, say if you see somebody, you can just throw them off real quick, or you just keep your hands warm. So has an oversized like I don't know, like wrist adjustment, like not a wrist adjustment, like wrist cloth here. But this is so that it can go over your jacket, like when we're in M65, keep that wind out. But yeah, so, like I was just saying, if your fingers get too cold, since this finger is not insulated, you can just remove that finger from there, like so. And boom, your hands are, all in there. And if your hands get really cold, you can remove your finger from the thumb hole and then boom. And once I see somebody, hold on, let me adjust that so it's not so tight. You know, if I see somebody and I wanted to use my wool glove, like I can't just, you know, I can't get this, you know, my glove through my trigger wire or whatever. Just pop that glove off and bam, I'm out my wool glove. And same thing this one, pop it off and boom. And gloves are retained by this, so that's nice. But I imagine, like, if I was like rucking around or whatever, moving, and it was just like my hands were warm as is, but I want to have these just chilling. Instead of having this like drape around by my neck, I'd probably just stuff it in my jacket like this. So it's kind of like less like, you know, less likely for this to pull and yank down on my neck and hurt me. So yeah, overall guys, these M65 trigger mittens are very, very cool. And hopefully, you know, gave you guys a basic overview about them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.